Hey everybody, welcome to Raising Vibrations, and you're with Simon today. And we're going to be doing a midweek video. It's just a sort of burst of inspiration that I have at the moment that I wish to share with you all. And what a great opportunity to put a chart on the screen for you to gaze at and to have a look at certain transits that are taking place, and to maybe sort of get an opportunity to digest what I want to talk about today. So the first thing that has been brought to my awareness through the last couple of days, and especially with this new moon solar eclipse that took place, was that when we as a sort of an awakening soul, awakening being, or opening up your consciousness to the nature of your life, you'll begin to notice that there are a lot of threads within your reality, right? A lot of perceptions of truth that no longer provide nourishment to you, okay? No longer provide support or sustainability, okay? And what we do is we find it really, really difficult to make friends with that realization because it threatens the very security that it is that you've seen yourself to be, right? And that is, I think, is probably one of the most difficult things to actually go through when beginning to open up the inner layers of your sense of self, because you recognize so much conditioning, you recognize so much of the outside world imprinting onto you, the neutrino stream printing onto you, and you living in a certain life that was never ever truly aligned with something that provided that nourishment and that sustainability and that connection and that meaningfulness, right? Now, when you look at Mars at 29 degrees Capricorn in opposition to the Leo archetype, which is the North Node, you can see Pluto again in Capricorn, Saturn in Capricorn, but particularly Saturn at 2 degrees retrograde in conjuncting the North Node in Leo. There's this context of it's all wonderful to seek purpose and fulfillment in your life. And a lot of the time we find ourselves aligning with certain forms of purpose that have been formed from this outer authority, from this outer sense of, this is what I must do, or this is what it is that's me. And I personally believe, and this is my own personal subjective opinion, and if it resonates with people, fantastic. If it doesn't, that's also good. But the reason why I chose that specific vortex of spiral of light as a part of this video was because that has been diminished in us, right? As much as there are people out there that have had the opportunity for their pure individuated awareness to be nurtured, I don't believe that there are a lot of people out there that have fully witnessed and had the capacity to completely nurture the internal fabric of what is your individuation, that what is your gift, what is your creative intelligence. That's the word I want to use here, the creative intelligence. To me, creative intelligence is the root of Leo. It's not about validation that says, oh, this is my purpose and destiny. It's not about that in the sense of human definition, but it's creative intelligence. It goes beyond our physical form, or should I say our ego sense of self that is developed as we experience life. It's the inherent biological frequency, that the light that shines, that vibrates within inside of your DNA, that has such crystal clear execution of awareness that it doesn't require knowledge. It doesn't require education and the training of the monkey mind and the repetitiveness of study that leads to a memory, sort of like the brain developing a neurological pathway, the neuroplasticity. and that being conditioned to then be imposed on the limbic system, and the limbic system then interacting with the neocortex, with the front of the brain, and the conditioning that says this is what your talents are. And you can be deeply logical in your way of thinking and do well at maths and get recognized as being sort of logical, and yet the kid that sits at the back of the place that has tremendous capacity to be emotionally intelligent, to be empathetic, to sense the nature of inner feelings, never gets to nourish that creative intelligence in the math class or in the geography class, because that's not the focus. And yet that narrowness of what defines our humanness is edging out the creative intelligence that everybody has within inside of themselves, and therefore forgetting it. Forgetting that uniqueness, forgetting that spark of flow that exists within you, that doesn't need anything other than consistent, like, inward love and nurture and watering every single day to say, this is what sparks me, this is what sparks me, this is what sparks me. And that's what I feel can be so beautifully captured in this moment of inspiration that I share with you as you come off this video and you go, yeah, I want to know that. I want to feel what it's like to know the stream of my awareness, not the conditioning of mental, logical, analytical definitions that I have accumulated through school and through education, but the innate, the word innate, creative spark that exists within me, to be sensitive to it, to witness it, to watch it, and to allow for your awareness to be the new vehicle of what it means to be you, right? Your awareness, like, what does your awareness reveal to you? Like, for me, as an example, inspiration and being able to find purpose in an emerging reality is so deeply nourishing to myself, right? I love to see the creative potential. This is why this video is rooted in my expression, because it's like, what does it mean? What would it feel like? What is it like to see other people that watch this video afterwards, after I recorded it and I shared it, and they go, yeah, I'm going to start this, or I'm going to feel this way, or I'm going to do that. Like, it's the initiation of something, right? The starter. And it comes through me in an innate way. It's natural. I don't have to force it. I don't have to go out there and get a $3,000 education that allows me to recognize that innate spark of creative intelligence that will be consistent for me throughout my life, that will be resonant for me all the way through. That's where we're heading. That's what we can do with this energy. And that graphic over there is the capacity to sense the light. Just to kind of end off over here, the particles of light is your awareness. It is your reflection. And each of us has a specific area within our awareness that is illuminated. That's why when you read astrology, for instance, and you really deeply connect with the science of it, it is simply that we as human beings have this physical body, and our physical body has sensors on it, right? And those sensors trap the light that is moving through our field of vision. And we have a unique way of trapping that light that's unique to us, that's specific to us. And that awareness, that specific, like, configuration is contained within the planetary archetypes of your astrology chart, as an example. So what is it like to witness that? What is it like to feel and know and sense that stream of awareness that's subtly moving through you, so that you can actually reach a point in your life where you can begin to know how to interact with a frequency that's clean for you, that's recognizing you, and to be in synchronicity with that, right? As you can hear in my voice, this potential to recondition us. Remember how in the new moon video I said it's about reparenting as well? Well, reparenting is simply the nature of seeing your inner vision and then allowing a sense of authority to nurture that inner vision so that it becomes whole within you, that it becomes holistic with you. So from the inside out, you are vibrating your light, and not from the outside in, trying to develop an attachment to something outside of yourself and meeting those needs every single time, and never actually seeing the fulfillment of your own creative potential because the outside authority has dictated what you need to be. Okay. Right, guys, I really hope that you got something cool out of this video today. As always, have a wonderful week. I'd love to hear your comments in the actual comment section below. And until the next meeting, have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye.